one sees colours, hears sounds, and feels textures. Some of the aspects of the world, it seems, are manifested through a singular lens. But what sense of perception is required to recognize time? This concept of the acceptance of mortality and inability to exist out of time is the basis and foundation of my imaginative text. The despair that many feel in relation to the imminence of death is a recurring motif fought inside the mind of my persona, Tempo, in The Tyrant of Time, to which he displays the incapability to let go of his dying mother. Inspiring my discursive was the perplexing concepts confronting existential dilemmas infused in Kenneth Slessor's Out of Time. This rich poem showcases the inconsistencies of human behavior through the progression of emotion, as Slessor epitomizes the archetype of time and acknowledges the acceptance of mortality. Inspired by the poem, I utilized literary techniques such as anthropomorphism, giving further meaning to time, as Slessor derived through his extended metaphor, or time the bony knife, to similarly provide an emphasis to time as a higher being. The Tyrant of Time infuses inspiration from the philosophies of Slessor's great war poem, Beach Burial. Its tender imagery showcases this insignificance of life and powerlessness evident in the inevitability of death, which is instilled in my story with the persona of Tempo realizing his self-worth as he gazes at the number on his arm. Conveying the vulnerability of human morality challenges the traditional paradigms on war through a key paradox. Despite being enemies in conflict, all are united in search of the same landfall, epitomizing the unnecessary sacrifice of human life, eventually all at ease in death. The acceptance of morality is further expressed through the contradicting imagery of the beach, a place of life and pleasure, instead of a home for the dead, which inspired the setting of my creative text, as Tempo juxtaposes his unpleasant surroundings, the rivers of blood before my eyes, beneath me, to the serene mountain and freedom of the view. As the introduction to my story persists, counting time presents an anomaly that it is never too late or too soon for moments to occur. This inconsistency of human behavior was instilled from The Timekeeper by Mitch Albom, a philosophical author, as it enforces the importance of indulging in the moment, expressed in my discursive. As the story recites, the Father of Time is banished for counting hours on the clock, which is likely to all mankind, allocating time to a standard set of temporal units, minutes, hours, and days of the week. As my thesis of how one perceives time, embedded through metaphors and the anthropomorphism of time, as well as the infusions of my inspirational text remains unanswered, I have come to the understanding that no answer must come of it. The answer is it being unanswered.